Imagine you're walking through a city you've never visited. You want lunch. There are two restaurants side by side. One is completely empty. The other has a line of 12 people snaking out the door. You join the line. You don't know what they're serving. You don't know how long the wait is. You don't even know if those 12 people know anything you don't. But you pick the line anyway. And here's the uncomfortable part. You made that decision in under 3 seconds. No conscious analysis, no research, just a gut feeling dressed up as a choice. That feeling has a name. Scientists call it herd behavior. And it is not a flaw in your thinking. It is an ancient software update that kept your ancestors alive for 100,000 years. Your brain didn't choose that line. Your cave chose it. Picture the savanna, 30,000 years ago. A band of hunter-gatherers is moving through tall grass at dawn. One person at the front of the group stops. They look left. They start moving left, fast. Do you ask why? Do you hold a meeting? Do you request the data? No, you move left immediately without thinking. Because 1 second of independent thinking, while the rest of your group sprints, could mean a leopard gets you before you understand what's happening. The people who paused to reason died. The people who followed survived, and their children survived, and their children's children survived. Down the line, 40,000 years of evolution later, that instinct sits in your skull right now. Neuroscientists call this conformity bias. Your brain is wired to treat the behavior of others as information. Not just any information. High priority, trusted over your own eyes information. Here's how deep it goes. In the 1950s, psychologist Solomon Asch ran an experiment. He showed people a simple picture. 3 lines of obviously different lengths. Then he asked groups which 2 lines matched. It was easy. Anyone could see the answer. But the other people in the group, who were secretly actors, gave the wrong answer, confidently and out loud. And roughly 1 in 3 real participants changed their answer to match the crowd. Not because they couldn't see. They could see perfectly. But the social pressure of being the only one who disagreed felt like a threat so old and so deep that their brain overrode their own perception. Your cave brain whispered, if everyone else sees something different, maybe you're the one who's wrong. Maybe you're the one who's dangerous to the tribe. This isn't a metaphor. This is biology. When you deviate from a group, your brain's interior cingulate cortex lights up. That's the same region that activates when you feel physical pain. Being the odd one out genuinely hurts, not socially, neurologically. When you conform, when you align with the group, your brain's reward circuits fire. Dopamine, the same chemical released when you eat, when you connect with a friend, when you win something. Fitting in feels good because for 200,000 years, fitting in was survival. Now layer on top of that something called informational social influence. When we're uncertain, in a new city, at a new job, in a crisis, we look at others not just because we want to belong, but because we genuinely believe they know something we don't. The line of 12 people doesn't just signal popularity, it signals information. Someone checked that restaurant. Someone decided it was worth waiting for. And your brain figures, 12 people can't all be wrong. Except they can, because every single one of them looked at the line before them and thought the same thing. A 1990s Stanford study tracked this mathematically. They called it an information cascade. A small random advantage, a few early customers, a few positive reviews can tip the entire system. Once enough people choose something, the choosing itself becomes the reason others choose it. The line grew because there was a line. The trend spread because it was trending. The crowd followed because there was a crowd. Here's where it gets dangerous. Your herd instinct evolved for small groups, 30 people, maybe 150 people, the rough number researchers call Dunbar's number, the cognitive limit of genuine social relationships. Today, your group is 3 billion people on the same platform at the same time. The restaurant line was visible, local, real. The 12 people standing there had actually made a choice. Social media metrics are a simulation of that line. View counts, like numbers, share tallies, they look like evidence that others have chosen something. But they're manufactured signals, often amplified by bots, by algorithms designed to push already popular content even harder, creating an artificial cascade with no real information inside it. Your cave brain can't tell the difference. A video with 10 million views triggers the same ancient circuitry as 12 people in a line. The logic feels identical. This many humans can't all be wrong. Follow them. But in 1974, psychologist Robert Cialdini documented what he called social proof. The most powerful persuasion tool in human history isn't evidence. It isn't logic. It's showing someone that other people are already doing a thing. Advertisers know this. Politicians know this. Every platform that shows you a like count, a follower number, a trending label, they are engineering your cave brain on purpose. And there's something else. When the crowd chooses something genuinely bad, a bad leader, a false rumor, a harmful trend, the individuals inside the crowd often know something is wrong. Studies on groupthink show that people in a crowd can privately disagree while publicly conforming. Your cave brain suppresses your doubts in real time because expressing doubt risks expulsion. Expulsion from the tribe meant death. The brain hasn't updated that calculus. You swallow the doubt, you follow the crowd, you stay in the group. Here's what this means for you. You were not born a sheep, but you were not born fully free either. You were born with a nervous system that has one overriding directive from the Pleistocene. Do not be the one the group leaves behind. That directive is not stupid. For 100,000 years, it was correct. The individuals who fought it, who walked alone into the dark while the tribe moved, mostly did not survive to pass their genes on. You are descended from the ones who followed. Conformity is not weakness. It is the inheritance of the living. But the world changed faster than evolution could respond. The crowd is no longer 30 people you can read, verify, trust. The crowd is an algorithm. The trend is a manufactured signal. The line outside the restaurant is a social experiment running itself. The question your cave brain never had to ask, because the cave answer was always obvious, is, who built this crowd and what do they want me to do? That question is new, maybe the newest question in human history. Your brain still hasn't learned to ask it automatically. That's not your failure. That's the gap between 100,000 years of evolution and 50 years of social media. But you can ask it now, consciously, deliberately. Not to stop following entirely. The wisdom of crowds is real too, but to pause, to notice, to ask, am I choosing this because I actually evaluated it, or am I choosing it because the crowd did? One question, 3 seconds. The gap between instinct and intention. The world is newer than your brain expects. That gap between the cave and the couch is where you actually live. You were built to follow. You live in a world designed to exploit that. The gap between those two facts is the most interesting place you'll ever stand. Your brain is older than you think.